I'm Dave.
And I'm Carl.
And this is Beast Made Reviews.
Hey everyone, welcome to Beast Made Reviews. Today I want to do a video that I really love watching, and that is an EDC video. Everyone has made an EDC video before, but I always just love watching these type of videos. Seeing what someone else is carrying is just always really interesting. I don't know about Carl, but my EDC changes pretty frequently. I have two kind of main loadouts, as it were. I have a casual EDC and then more of a dressy, formal EDC. And then besides just like the loadouts themselves, I also change up certain aspects of my EDC a lot. We're gonna make this kind of a quarterly video, so you'll see a summer, fall, winter, etc. EDC video, so stay tuned for those as well. I'm gonna go over mine first, and then I'll hand it over to Carl, and Carl's gonna close us out. So let's look at the EDC stuff. All right, so the first item, of course, is a knife. The knife in my EDC changes a lot. But the knife that I'm using right now, I actually just changed out. So right now it's something that's been riding my pocket for the last couple of weeks. This, of course, is the Benchmade Osborne 940, which is a great knife, rock star in the EDC world. Before I got this knife, I was used to buying kind of budget knives. And this was the most money I had ever spent on a knife at the time. And when I got it, I realized this was worth the money. The quality of this knife was worth the price. And it was so evident when I held it, when I used it, and this is just a really high quality knife, especially for the money. I'm right-handed, so of course I wear this in my right pocket. Now also in my right pocket is a pen. And this is something that changes out frequently as well, but this is one that I use a lot, especially in the casual loadout that I have. And this is the Shown Design pen, which I really like, especially because I can just throw it in my pocket. And that's usually what I always do. And I have a review of this pen if you want to see a detailed review of that. Really great pen. Also in my right pocket is something that I don't carry every day, but I do carry sometimes. That is earplugs. I'm a musician, so I like to take care of my ears as much as possible. If there's a chance of having really loud music, I'm just gonna bring my earplugs. These are just some I just got at Walmart for a couple of dollars. And of course I keep a guitar pick in there because hey, you never know. Starting in my left pocket carries my phone, which is my iPhone 5C, an older model. I'd like to get a newer one soon, and this is in the LifeProof case, which I actually really like. I have kids that have thrown things in the toilet, one of them being a phone. So never again will we have phones that have something without a waterproof or water-resistant capability. It's also good for dropping it too, which is great. Also in my left pocket is a flashlight, and this one is the 4.7's Mini MA, which I believe is discontinued. I got it at a really good price on Amazon. It's a AA battery, really nice size, has a lot of grip on there. You can see just from looking at it, it's been really well used. I use a flashlight all the time, like all the time. It is one of my most used EDC items besides the knife. And I have some other flashlights that really are better than this. This is just something that I carry just a lot. All right, in my back left pocket goes my keys. And of course these change too depending on which car I'm driving. My household has two cars, depending on if I'm carrying the kids. My keys also have a little convenient guitar pick holder, which of course, again, you never know. I'd love to update this with a higher quality one. This is really cheap. I got years and years ago. It's not even really good leather. It's kind of just like a plasticky leather with a snap on it. I really need to update that. In my back right pocket is my wallet. And my wallet is one that I haven't changed in a while. I'm thinking about changing it out to a different wallet, looking for a different minimalist wallet. My wife got me this wallet. This is the Saddleback ID wallet. My wife got me this for Christmas one year, and I didn't really need a wallet at the time. I was really happy with the wallet that I had, which was a Saddleback medium bifold wallet. I moved everything over on a whim just to see what it was like, and I fell in love with the size. All that to say, I'm going to be reviewing other wallets soon. Of course, on my wrists that I normally wear are, on my right hand, I have a cuff. This is from Craig Hill. And Craig Hill I found on Huckberry, and I really love the cuff. This is brass. It will patina and change with wear and use. I find that it's really masculine and simple, and I really like it. On my left hand is my watch, and of course I wear the watch on the top because I'm not a savage. This watch is by Loom Tech. I'm not exactly sure what the number is, but it's their Combat B series. It comes with 2 NATO straps, black, which is what I'm wearing now, and an OD green strap. And I want to get some more NATO straps and some more leather straps too. Fantastic watch. I love this thing. And the lume on this is so bright. All right, so that's it for my EDC. Now let's see what Carl has.
Holy moly, springtime EDC. Here we go. So the first thing that I put in my pocket when I wake up, without a doubt, is this little thin wallet. This was a gift from my wife, as a matter of fact. The company is Bosca, and it's just a small, I think it's a card wallet. I used to be a money clip guy, and my money clip just started, I don't know, I wanted to change. So this is the first thing that comes with me, a little bit of cash, my IDs, and some credit cards and stuff like that. So the next thing that I carry in my right pocket always is my knife of the day, and I have a couple, but this is one of the ones that's my go-to. This is the Spyderco Tenacious. It's a heavier knife, but G10 scales, but this is actually the 8CR 13 MOV version, and it's made in China, but it's a substantial knife. I like the fact that it has full liners in it. It's just a heavy duty knife, and I really, really like the full flat grind on this. I like to cut my apples up into pieces and then I eat them, and I've just gotten used to doing it that way. So this is perfect for that, and that full flat grind is ideal. Working our way around at about 4 o'clock on my belt, I always carry my SIG P238. This is my favorite gun. This is a micro carry. This has been cleared, nothing in it. When I initially went to buy this gun, I wanted to get the SIG P938, which is the 9mm version. This is the 380, and I tried out both of them. But what I noticed is that for the frame size of this gun and the size of my hand, I was able to put more shots on target with the 380, the lesser powered of the two. If I can place the shots, I would rather be able to do it with a smaller caliber than a larger caliber and maybe not be as accurate. So this just lives in this very cheap DeSantis holster, and what I like about it is that there's not a whole lot of clips or anything to it. It has enough retention, and it's very, very simple. This is super comfortable. This is great in the summer. You can carry this almost anywhere and you almost just won't notice that you have it on. In my right back pocket, I always carry a handkerchief of some sort. I have about a dozen of these really cheap ones. They're just cotton, and they just come in handy more often than you would imagine. If you get cut, or if you need to blow your nose, there are just so many things you can use a decent handkerchief for that it's an essential item, and it's so simple and so cheap that you can buy a few of them and have them and throw them away if you get blood on it or something. To me, this is an essential item. So in my left back pocket, this is where I carry my cell phone, and currently I am rocking the iPhone 7 Plus. I love it because it has 4K video, and I use it a lot for my B-roll and stuff. I have it in the spec case, which is kind of hard on the outside and a little gummy on the inside, and I've dropped it without any problems before. It's heavier, but the battery life is awesome on it, and I went to the Samsung Galaxy for a little while, for about 3 years, and I was so happy when I got back to the iPhone. I know that you can't do as much with it if you're into modding and hacking your phone, but for my purposes, it just works. That's what I like about it. Everything on it just works. And finally, in my left pocket, I always have my keys in the palm key holder from Moose Brand Leather. I just did a review on this. This is the best way I found to carry your keys. I love the form factor, and instead of jamming a wad of keys in your pocket and it's sticking out all over the place, this is just an elegant solution. It keeps everything in there. It's built well. So that's what I usually have on my person. Typically, however, I usually carry a bag with me. And so the bag that I like to use for my EDC stuff is the Nutsack Satchel Pro. The reason I like to carry this bag is because if I'm gonna go somewhere, I'm able to do work. I have everything that I need on this tablet, and it has a lot of storage. I can put a memory card into it off my camera. I have all the Adobe apps on here. There's so much that I can do with this when I'm away from my normal computer, and it's really important to me to be able to keep my workflow up, so I always bring this with me. Along with that, I have the Apple Pencil, and this makes navigating those things much easier than with your finger, especially if you're a guy, you have bigger hands. You don't have that detail that you might need with something like a stylus. So that is a pair of items that I like to bring with me everywhere. Helps me feel like I'm being productive wherever I go. In the front pouch here, I always have some Burt's Bees. I like that stuff a lot. I have my Velodyne headphones. These things are bass monsters. They have this cord which won't get tangled up. They were close to $100, but man, that was money well spent. I've really gotten a lot of use out of these. I know Velodyne's known more for their speakers than their headphones, and I think that this was their first attempt at a headphone, but they really nailed it. They're great. So that's all I really have in the front pocket. I don't carry a lot of stuff in here. I carry a notepad with me, just a cheapie. I don't know why. I've never ever used this, but if I ever do, it's there. I always carry a couple of pens with me. I really like these Pilot Precise V5 pens. These are my favorite pens ever. They're cheap. You can get them at Staples, but what I like about them is they have that needle point and they're super fine. So when you're tracing along something, like if you use a straight edge to make a line, they're just ideal for that. And being a lefty, when you're left-handed, you're pushing the ball into the paper, whereas if you're right-handed, you're more dragging it. So there's not a lot of pens that really work well for lefties. These are one of the ones that I found really work very well being left-handed. So I always carry a couple of these with me. And I also have a flashlight here. This is the Preon pen light from 4.7s, and I think it has like 180 lumens, but it's been plenty to, especially to find things in your car and kind of look around. 180 lumens is pretty decent, and the battery lasts forever. I can't even tell the last time I changed the battery on this thing. But I like to get my flashlights, if possible, in a bright color, because black I always lose, and if it's dark and you're looking for something, the last thing you want to be doing is looking for something that's flat black in the dark. So it's a bright orange color. This has saved my butt more times than I can count. The Nutsack Satchel Pro itself is awesome, made in the USA, takes a beating, keeps on ticking. It doesn't look too girly when I'm carrying around a man purse. Nobody really busts my stones about having a bag with me either. I think that's something for maybe a younger and less mature crowd, but for me, this thing carries everything. And a lot of times, if you don't want to keep stuff in your pockets, this is the way to go. This is my go-to carry-on for a plane. This thing is almost always with me, and there's a reason for it, because you can stuff it full. I've jammed this thing full of camera gear, and it has enough compartments, but not too many. I love this thing. This is really great. And I really like this too. It's held closed by a couple of magnets, and then you have your strap too if you want, but I'm able to carry everything that I need on a daily basis in this bag. So that's what I'm carrying up here in Connecticut for springtime. Thank you very much for watching Beast Made Reviews. Please like, subscribe, and comment. We will see you next time.